Hello and welcome to Books of Blood. My name is John and we're going to be continuing 50 years of horror fiction. We are heading into the 2010s right now with the year 2010. I got 5 books here for you, so let's go ahead and get underway, alright? Okay, first of all, we've got Horns by Joe Hill. Marion Williams is dead, slaughtered under inexplicable circumstances, leaving her beloved boyfriend Ignatius Parrish as the only suspect. On the first anniversary of Marion's murder, Ig spends the night drunk and doing awful things. When he wakes the next morning, he has a thunderous hangover and horns growing from his temples. Ig possesses a terrible new power to go with his terrible new look, a macabre gift he intends to use to find the monster who killed his lover. Being good and praying now for the best got him nowhere. Now it's time for revenge. It's time the devil had his due. And that is Horns. And that is by Joe Hill. All right. And next we've got Little Star, and this is by John Ajvide Lindqvist. A man finds a baby in the woods left for dead. He brings the baby home and he and his wife raise the girl in their basement. When a shocking and catastrophic incident occurs, the couple's son Jerry whisks the girl away to Stockholm to start a new life. There, he enters her in a nationwide singing competition. Another young girl who's never fit in sees the performance on TV, and a spark is struck that will ignite the most terrifying duo in modern fiction. Little Star is an unforgettable portrait of adolescence, a modern-day Carrie for the age of internet bullies, offensive reality television, and overnight YouTube sensations. Chilling, unnerving, and petrifying, Little Star is Lindqvist's most disturbing book to date. That is Little Star by John Ajvide Lindqvist. And next we have got Dark Matter, and this is by Michelle Paver. January 1937. Clouds of war are gathering over a fog-bound London. 28-year-old Jack is poor, lonely, and desperate to change his life. So when he's offered the chance to join an Arctic expedition, he jumps at it. Spirits are high as the ship leaves Norway. 5 men and 8 huskies crossing the Barents Sea by the light of the midnight sun. At last they reach the remote uninhabited bay where they will camp for the next year. Gruaken, but the Arctic summer is brief. As night returns to claim the land, Jack feels a creeping unease. One by one his companions are forced to leave. He faces a stark choice, stay or go. Soon he will see the last of the sun as the polar night engulfs the camp in months of darkness. Soon he will reach the point of no return, when the sea will freeze, making escape impossible. Gruaken is not uninhabited. Jack is not alone. Something walks there in the dark. And that is Dark Matter. And that is by Michelle Paver. Okay, next up we have got Dweller, and this is by Jeff Strand. When Toby Florin was 8 years old, he discovered a monster living in the woods behind his house. A ghastly, frightening creature with claws, fangs, and a taste for human flesh. As he ran out of the forest, Toby felt that he'd been lucky to escape with his life. Years later, Toby finds comfort with the creature. It's his own special secret, something that nobody else in the world knows about. Somebody to talk to, somebody to confide in. Sure, Toby has concerns about his own sanity, but really, what boy wouldn't want to be best friends with a monster in the woods, especially if he's being tormented by bullies? The creature, who he names Owen, may be the answer to his problems. From Jeff Strand, the author of Pressure, comes the story of a macabre, decades-long friendship. A relationship that will last their entire lives through times of happiness, tragedy, love, loss, madness, and complete darkness. Dweller, the lifetime story of a boy and his monster. That is Dweller by Jeff Strand. Okay. Next, we've got Little Women and Werewolves. This is by Porter Grand and Louisa May Alcott. A literary landmark, the original suppressed draft of the classic novel. Little Women is a timeless classic, but Louisa May Alcott's first draft, before her editor sunk his teeth into it, was even better. Now the original text has at last been exhumed. In this uncensored version, the March Girls learn some biting lessons, transforming from wild girls into little women, just as their friends and neighbors transform into vicious, bloodthirsty werewolves. Here are tomboy Joe, quiet Beth, ladylike Amy, and good-hearted Meg, plus lovable neighbor Laurie Lawrence, now doomed to prowl the night on all fours, maiming and devouring the locals. As the Civil War rages, the girls learn the value of being kind, the merits of patience and grace, and the benefits of knowing a werewolf who can disembowel your teacher. By turns heartwarming and blood-curdling, this rejuvenated classic will be cherished and treasured by those who love a lesson in virtue almost as much as they enjoy a good old-fashioned dismemberment. Includes the original letter from Alcott's editor telling her not to even think about it. And that is the original version of Louisa May Alcott's Little Women and Werewolves. I just think it's kind of criminal that they just completely suffocated her creativity. You know, I mean, and made her just produce this one, just Little Women. Well, Little Women are everywhere now, but what about werewolves? We need werewolves. Yes, lots of werewolves. Anyway, and that's going to do it. I'm sorry, I'm just rambling on, and I'm just kidding anyway. Anyway, that's going to do it for 50 Years of Horror Fiction. The year is 2010. Until next time, take care and stay scared. Bye-bye.